Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Irons United's YouTube channel. We have been bringing you videos all throughout the summer discussing all the transfer links that are coming to West Ham, but we are back with some previews because today, this afternoon at 4:30 p.m, West Ham participate in their first pre-season friendly of the year. We are playing SCR Altach, who are in the Austrian Football Bundesliga, and yeah, it will be an interesting game. It's a 4:30 kickoff. What you need to do is keep an eye on a lot of social sites, in particular our social site and West Ham. Apparently they're going to be streaming the game, so if you are looking to get some taste of what Pellegrini's been doing in the summer, you will keep an eye on them. Apparently it's not the greatest of signals out there, so they may struggle. There could be some lag in that stream, but please make sure to check out. We'll try and give you the link to the games as much as we possibly can. This is of course our preview of the game. It's just giving you some small information on the opposition and maybe what to expect from Pellegrini in pre-season, but please make sure you are subscribing to the channel, hitting those thumbs up, commenting below, let us know your thoughts on everything that we are saying from the previous videos on transfers, who you'd like to come in, who you think should still go, because obviously the transfer window is still open. But as we have said, we are playing Altach at the Cashpoint Arena, and funny thing is they are sponsored by Cashpoint, so their name for, I believe from what I read, is this season is the Cashpoint Altach, which is a bit random, but I suppose in theory they're going down the route of Red Bull, where, as we know, nearly took over West Ham and it could have been known as the Red Bull West Ham, but hey ho, that's for another story. So as I've said, they are a member of the Austrian Football Bundesliga. They're tucked in behind the borders of Switzerland and Austria, and they've been back playing in the first tier of the Austrian Football League for 4 years. They were founded in 1929 and their manager currently is Alexander Pasteur. His favoured position formation for the side is 4-4-2, something Pellegrini does know. Last year, 3 of their important players was Manfred Fischer, who scored 7 goals in 29 matches, Christian Gabor, 4 goals in 31 matches, and Adrian Grbic, 4 goals in 16 matches. And they did have former USA international Josh Gatt, but he was not re-signed. With regards to West Ham, it's Pellegrini's first pre-season match of the summer, so he's obviously going to ease the players back in. He's taken 31 players to Switzerland for pre-season training, so I think we'll probably see, if not all of them, in action. If you look at maybe his first game last season, in pre-season, he did play 2 different 11s in 2 halves of last summer, so I think we'll probably see that again this summer. Players to maybe keep an eye out for who'll probably get a run out will be my favourite player or in recent years is Winston Reid. I'm really looking forward, and I'm just hoping that he's come back from his injury really well and proves to everyone what the player he has been for West Ham over the years and what he's given to the club. So it'll be nice to see if he gets a run out. And Yarmolenko as well, I think that'll be like a new signing, to be honest. I think Yarmolenko's a fantastic player. It's funny, you see a lot of people saying he was just coming into form last season. You need to remember he never started every game, and every game that he did play, he did look good. So it'll be nice to see if he gets a run of games coming back from that really bad injury that he had last season. So it'll be nice to see him get a run out alongside, like I said, Winston Reid. They've both been involved in training, both seem to be doing well in training, so it's a pre-season friendly. That's the whole point, get these guys used to the game time. Something else I'm really excited to see is our youth players. We'll see Reece Oxford, Joe Powell, Nathan Holland, Josh Cullen, Ben Johnson, Marcus Brown, Grady Diangana, Joseph Anang and Christian Hedgie, and they'll probably all feature of some sort, and it's just going to be the starting point to see what they can bring to West Ham squad for this season. It'll be an interesting few weeks as a West Ham fan to see what, because we all know we need to bring in more players, but it'll be interesting to see how these youth players step up to the occasion. One thing we can't forget is it is pre-season, and you know, West Ham have got a history of either doing really well and the fans are up for the season thinking we're going to do really well, and then we get relegated that year, or we have a terrible pre-season and actually perform really well in the league But at the end of the day, you have to always keep your mindset and clear and realise what pre-season's about. It's about giving players the opportunity to bring their fitness back up to standards. You can come against the minnow teams that you've never heard of before and be defeated. And if you think about last year, okay, we never had the greatest of seasons, but we were beaten last year against FC Winterthur 3-2 in the first game of the pre-season. And you can play lower league teams and expect potentially defeats, but at the end of the day, it's all there for the reason to give the players the run out, the fitness levels that they need to do to get that team ethics up there, bring up the team morale, make sure they have a nice connection, make sure they play together. And exactly that's what they're there for, and that's how I go into pre-season. I think it's exciting to see some of the players and what they can potentially bring, have a bit of fun, get your fitness levels back up, and just prepare for the Premier League. I don't judge West Ham's season on pre-season, and you need to be careful of doing that. Lots of fans do that. I'm not saying you individually who watches our channel, but let us know what your thoughts are on pre-season and how you think West Ham will do in the pre-season and what Pellegrini has to bring in and what youth players I've mentioned you would like to see. It'll be an interesting game. It's just nice to see West Ham back playing again, and kickoff's 4:30 like I said, so we'll come out to you with a review after watching the game and see who we think is the best player. We didn't win the game last year, but I'm actually really excited. I think this year's an exciting year for West Ham. I think there's a lot of players are going to step up, and in particular the youth players. I'm really looking forward to seeing Nathan Holland and potentially Marcus Brown actually make the step up. And Reece Oxford actually has got a point to prove to himself and to Pellegrini and to West Ham fans. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to West Ham. Get your predictions in below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game and your predictions for and who will potentially get a couple of goals if you think we'll score. And we'll be back to you with a review this evening. Get subscribed into the channel. Anton, come on you Irons. Come on you Irons!